Notts County Talk, we have this season's first review of the month. If you'd have said we'll be doing an October review as the first a few years ago, you wouldn't have believed it. But we've got the October review, and we don't know if we're going to have a November review with Boris's new rules coming in, do we, George?
No, not really. I'm hoping to keep it going because it's just going to be absolute chaos, isn't it? For clubs, for players, contracts. It's just going to be a right mess. So hopefully they keep it going. But, you've just got to take everything as it comes at the minute, I think.
I've got a feeling we'll still be playing. They'll still be playing, definitely.
But I hope so. When you look across the league, the amount of games that are being postponed, it starts to get a bit...
Yeah, it does. It does. Right, let's go into the first category then. So, team of the month. I'll let you go first. Who are you going for?
I don't think this is going to surprise many. I've gone for Maidenhead. They've had some really good results. They've beat Solihull, Wrexham. They beat us. Came from behind to beat us. Yeah. They're 4 games unbeaten in the league, and it's not like they're nicking a goal and winning. Like, they beat us 3-2.
Battered.
Yeah, it's a good win. They're 4th in the league at the minute as well, and I don't want to sound in any way rude, but going into the season, you'd never have said at any point that Maidenhead had been 4th. But fair play to them. They're credit to themselves. They've been playing well. So, yeah, that's my...
I had him as 13th on my pre-season video. 13th. People laugh. I was going down the street. People laughing at me down the street.
Disgusting.
I'm going with, no surprises either, Torquay.
Yeah.
What a start to the season. Unbelievable result yesterday by beating Hartlepool 5-0 away. They've got 17 goals already this season. They've got 17 points out of a possible 21. You look at some of the teams they've beaten. They've beaten Stockport. As I've already said, Hartlepool.
Hartlepool are a decent side as well.
They are. To go away and win 5-0, that's not going to happen to Hartlepool many times this season. So, I'm going Torquay. It's easy for the first month to pick the team at the top, but they have been very impressive, haven't they?
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one.
Player of the month.
Yeah, so I'll let you go first on this one.
Again, I've picked someone at the top. It's top goal scorer, Sam Barrett. Now, previously been at Southend, never been prolific. Hurts me to say it because he should not have been on the pitch against Notts. For the second tackle on Rodriguez just before, or just on the halfway line.
Yeah,
no way should have been on the pitch, but got to. I mean, he's already got 7 in 7, and you look at yesterday again against Solihull Moors, gets a hat trick. Now, he's not scoring like a goal here, a goal there. He's got a hat-trick. He's got 2 against Notts. He's got 2 in another game. So, to start the season with 7 in 7, again, without being disrespectful for Maidenhead, player of the month.
Yeah, so I'll go on to mine. I've gone for Chesterfield's Tom Denton. He's got 6 goals from 6 games. He's pretty much in the form of his career in terms of goal scoring, because in his first season at Chesterfield, he got 6 goals. And last season, albeit it wasn't a full season, he got 8 goals. So if he continues, in and around about the form he's in now, he's probably going to have the season of his life. And a player that sort of, he's had a lot of loan spells in his career. He joined Chesterfield after being released from Alfreton. Credit to him, you're not really hedging your bets that he's going to be a goal scorer, but he's done well this season, and he's 31, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
He's done well this month.
Right, result of the month.
I'll kick off with this one. I'm going the result of Chesterfield 4, Woking 0. Just going into that game, you just sort of think that Woking are the stronger side, and we all know it. Like, Woking are a good side. They sit 9th in the league now, and I think Chesterfield are 17th. So as league standings show, Woking are obviously the better side as it stands, but it was just such a shock. Like, I even remember seeing it on Twitter. Chesterfield are like, we've got another, like, they couldn't really believe that they were beating Woking 4-0 as well. So, yeah, I think that was a huge result. There's been some massive results. So, like you were saying, Torquay beating Hartlepool 5-0. Like, what a result that is.
Yeah, crazy. So, for my result of the month, there was 2. I agree with you about the start to Maidenhead. I could easily have chosen, the one that shocked me the most was the Monday night game where Maidenhead won 1-0 away at Wrexham. So to go there, get the win and not concede, then that result was trumped by Maidenhead beating us at
Yeah.
Red Lane 3-2. I thought that was an incredible, like, they tactically outdid us in National League to tactically outdo a team. We couldn't handle crosses, we couldn't handle over top ball. And then that was going to be my choice up until yesterday's result of Stockport 1, Weymouth 2. Stockport have had like a very mixed, they're doing well. They've had a mixed start, some dodgy results. But for Weymouth to go there, 12-1 with the bookies. I know the bookies don't always get it right, but 12-1 to get the win, and then they go and get it. For me, that's result of the month, because Stockport are big spenders. That's the only result I can pick.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. To be fair, that is definitely up there.
I want to ruffle some feathers. Biggest
Underachievers. Yeah, you kick this one off, Tom. Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
I'll go. No worries. I'm going to go. Might surprise a few people as well. Dagenham and Redbridge. They currently sit bottom, and I know they finished 18th last season. Like I said earlier, albeit it wasn't a full season. But I've always seen them as a pretty decent side. Like when we played them last season at home, I remember I think we beat them. It was either 2-0 or 2-1. It wasn't an easy game. Like I think we scraped the goals we got in. They were, well set up side.
We did. Slocum saved us in that.
Yeah, they beat us 2-0 at their place last season. One of the games where Doyle got a red. But yeah, just for me personally, they're one of them teams where I don't feel like the league fairly reflects where they're at. But obviously, I've not seen them play this season, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I'd like to see Dagenham a little bit higher, because I do regard them a bit higher than that.
Yeah. You put them kind of high in your season preview, didn't you? Right. My underachievers, I don't think it's a surprise many, is Yeovil. Now, 4 points all season, second to bottom. They've lost 3 games at home. Now, you've got to be making your ground a fortress, especially at the minute when you haven't got fans in. You've got to make your home ground. Some really, really poor results. They're actually winless in the league in the opening 7 games. Now, you wouldn't have thought you'd have said that, but for me, this is a big statement. If already they're already 13 points behind the likes of Torquay, well, that's a lot to make up. That's a ridiculous amount to make up when there could be even more fixture congestion. It's almost as if that top spot now, I know 13 is easy to make up, but when you're not playing well, it's not easy to gain those points. So for me, if they don't start picking results up soon, they've shot themselves in the foot for any chance of going up.
In saying that, though, I think if you were going to pick up a 13-point gap in a season, it'd be this season. And teams could be missing a player or two from picking up the virus, or just a team just loses form because they've had 2 weeks off because of the virus. This is the season, so it's really anyone's a season, isn't it? I think
it is. Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not, but we'll see.
Yeah. Right, 2 more now. We shouldn't be including these in a monthly review, but COVID means we are. So best stream and worst stream. We'll kick off with the best stream. Who are you going with?
I think we're both going to agree on this one. I think Tom, Knots.
Yeah.
The different camera angles. You've got the BBC commentary, so it's always spot on with Slater and Stallard.
Yeah.
So
replays at half time.
Can't really say much more. Yeah, you can get the replays at half time. I think there's a few other streams that do that as well. But it's just the different camera angles for me. It just keeps it that little bit more exciting. So
yeah, that's genuinely for me not a biased choice either, because we're a Notts County based channel. But the quality of the streaming, I think there's been in all the games about probably 15 seconds where the cameras went off and it was quickly sorted.
Yeah.
That was the Barnet game, I think. But yeah, the commentary is literally second to none. It's
but before we go on to the worst stream as well, I'd like to give the Sutton commentary a shout out, because that was entertainment at its best, wasn't it?
It was.
Some of the names, the excitement of getting a throw in, it was just brilliant.
We've got a couple of players on. Kyle Wotton on the Sutton commentary. They told us he was still on loan.
Yeah,
we've
got that new lad as well, Boldavine.
Yeah, cracking commentary. But
Macy, what a player.
Macy at centre back.
Yeah.
Right, worst stream. Now, we have not watched all the streams, have we? So this is just based on what we've seen this month.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We understand it was opening day. I think there's going to be another one where Tom agrees with me. We managed to see about 20, 25 minutes of the game, was it?
If that.
It was Dover. Opening day of the season. Me and Tom just had head in our hands, thinking, is this going to be what the season's going to be like because of streaming? But fortunately, it hasn't been. It was just a one-off, and I don't think that they have struggled as much since then, have they?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too
With the
sure.
stream.
Well,
No.
they struggled in the league, and to make that stream worse, we had to listen to the local radio for Dover describe them scoring a 88th minute header from a corner.
Yeah.
Thought, wow, what a start to the season. We paid money for this.
Yeah.
It was just terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. We were sort of looking at each other, thinking, "Is this more of what's to come?" And thankfully, it hasn't been. So, hopefully, they've learned from the lesson.
Yeah. So that was the review of October's National League. Fingers crossed we get to do a November review, because I do, as we've already said, I do think National League will continue. I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you agree with our choices for these categories? Do you disagree? So just leave a comment, and as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe.